Hi, my name is Shahril and my ID is 03000498, and today I'm going to present about my proposal draft on how communication between foreign worker and Malay's co-worker to cooperate well with each other at local business. This is my overview. The first point is, communication is one of those things we deal every day. Sometimes the word in communication can lead to much misunderstanding. For example, when we converse every day, sometimes things can go wrong when the other person interpret the meaning opposite from what we meant. That will lead misunderstanding, which also affect the system. It will give a big impact to an organization, because if the workers are not understand each other, the cooperation will not exist. The second point are, there are possibility that the meaning converse is not the actual meanings because of the non-verbal signals are mixed with the verbal message. The foreign worker is not applying English as their secondary language. To understand or communicate with the locals, they have used body language to read and to converse, but sometimes the message are not delivered because the body signal is not synchronized for what we said. The third point is, communication with diverse race is an organizations need to have one thing in common, such as to apply English as their secondary language to communicate with each other. English is a very important language to learn because it helps us to communicate effectively and to establish understanding and cooperation among each other that are different race. The final point is, organizational communication is a process by which individual can understand the instruction given by other colleagues and perform well in the organizations. Whenever the message or instructions can be understood well, it will maximize the work performance because the communication is clear from both sides. This is my literature review for my study. There are 4 journal articles. The first one is by Gonzalez, Bodica and White, 2011, Leadership 2.0, Social Media in Advocacy. Nowadays, handphones function not just only for calls. It also functions as a web browser. Social media helps the workers to communicate with each other after work, to share the physical situation and success. So, it can strengthen the relationship among workers. The second journal article is from Mayfield and Mayfield 2002, Leaders Communication, a Bridge to Worker Loyalty. Effective communication by leader can increase worker loyalty. It is empirical for employees to be motivated by the leader so that they can perform well. The third article is by Matlock 2008, The Link Between Leadership Style, Communicator Competence and Employee Satisfaction. Communicator competence involves the ability of individuals to display competency in areas such as listening and negotiating. As a result, it will lead to a changing work environment in which employees will be more productive in their work. The last journal article is by McCroskey and McCroskey, 2005, The Nature of Communication and Organization. Communication is the key element that maintain and sustain relationship between workers in organization, where it also bring a big impact on the total system in organization. This is my research question for my study. The first question is, what are the language used by the local worker to communicate either in conversation or instructing the foreigner worker? The second is, how was the response of the foreigner worker in the conversation on how their work performance? Did the foreigner worker understand whenever communicate with local worker, and did they understand the instruction? Should English be the secondary language for locals and foreigner? Is the foreigner worker think that bahasa is easy to learn and to understand? What are the often language used by both local and foreigner in their conversation? And the last question is, non-verbal communication help to understand the communication. This is my company background, which it consists worker from Esso dan Selangor service station, and consists of a few foreigners worker and also local workers. It supply petrol. My method is qualitative method, and I'm going to interview 6 people. 3 of them are foreigners and 3 of them are locals. Interviewing the foreigners and locals about the critical social research with some survey question given. One-on-one interview. And this is description of sample. 3 local workers aged between 20 to 28 years old, and supervisors, and 3 foreigner workers from Esso petrol pump PJ, aged between 20 and 28 years old, cashier, and 5 years of experience working in Malaysia. This is for my assignment 3 topic. I'm going for organizational change and leadership process, and my approaches is the cultural approach, where it consists of 3 main points, which is corporate stories, personal stories, and collegial stories. Thank you.